So, hello students, welcome again to our today's session of Engineering Mathematics 3, and expecting that all of you are taking a very good care of yourself in this pandemic. Okay, so let's resume back with our shortcut method. We have seen previously case number 1 in which we discussed the exponential function, various cases of that, various functions of the exponential functions. So today in this shortcut method we are just moving ahead with case number 2, where your function is a trigonometric function, and the very important thing to be noted is it is applied only for this type of 4 functions: sine, cosine, sine hyperbolic and cos hyperbolic. These 4 functions only. It is not applicable for the functions like tan, cot, cosec, sec, such type of functions. They do not come under this case. So what are the formulae? How to work out? So see, fx is either sine ax plus b type of function or cos ax plus b. For both of them we are going to apply exactly the same process. So see, yp is 1 upon 5 d square fx. So what is the change we have done as compared to case number 1? Instead of phi d, we have written d square. Now why d square? You will come to know just in short while. So 1 upon d square, out of these I am discussing only one function for you. So out of these 2 I have taken sine ax plus b. And what is the rule? See here, d square is replaced by minus of a square. And just remember, it is not minus a square. This is a very common mistake taken place. So first of all take a square and then give minus sign. This is something very important to be noted. So d square is replaced by, if you don't want to commit the mistake, you may place the bracket even like this. So d square is replaced by minus of a square, and then when you place it here, if the denominator again is not equal to 0, then phi of minus a square function sine ax plus b will remain the same thing. Then if the denominator becomes 0 by replacing d square by minus of a square, then this is called as the case of failure. Yesterday also I have told you in previous lecture that if the denominator becomes 0, you have to specify, mention it that this is the case of failure. Then find the first derivative of your function. Then again in that, this is the common rule for that particular case. So d square once again replaced by minus of a square, and then if this phi dash of minus a square is not equal to 0, then 1 upon phi dash minus a square, because this value is not 0. Function sine ax plus b remains the same, but whenever we take any derivative, you have to multiply that answer by x. So this process will be continued till the denominator becomes non-zero. Then the same process, whatever you have followed for sine ax plus b, the same process should be applied for cos ax plus b even. And then come to the second group of functions, that is fx is equal to sine hyperbolic ax plus b or cos hyperbolic ax plus b. When you are writing, take care that this h should be connected. Don't write like this, sine h. Don't separate this, don't keep space here. So this is sine hyperbolic. Then 1 upon d square fx, 1 upon phi d square sine hyperbolic ax plus b. Then here what is the rule? D square is replaced by a square, and this a is nothing but it is the coefficient of x once again. So this is only replaced by plus a square. Then phi of a square is not equal to 0. We will get the direct answer 1 upon phi a square sine hyperbolic ax plus b. The function remains the same. But if phi of a square becomes 0, then once again we are calling this as case of failure. Then again by our process, phi dash we have to calculate first order derivative. D square is replaced by a square. This is the rule applied here. And then if phi dash first derivative value after replacing a square is not equal to 0, then we will get our answer 1 upon phi dash a square. Sine hyperbolic function will remain as it is, and at the cost of derivative you have to multiply here by x. So again this process will be continued till the denominator becomes non-zero. And all of you note once again, the same process is applicable for cos hyperbolic function ax plus b. Now some of the very important things to be noted, to be remembered in this section are, The first one, see, in this ax plus b, you are dealing with two constants a and b. Out of that, identification of coefficient of x, a is more important rather than finding the constant b. B is just like a silent factor. If it comes, it's okay. If doesn't come, no problem. Don't write it. Then you have to go for the splitting, because what is the speciality? See, here we are talking about d square continuously. So the problem may be in your mind, what is to be done with cubes and raised to 4 and so on. So here is the answer for that. D cube will be replaced. This should be splitted out like this, d square multiplied by d. Then d square you will replace as per the rules, d square replaced by. But the d factor will remain as it is. D raised to 4, split up d square multiplied by d square. This d square is replaced by the rule, this d square is replaced by the rule. You don't have any problem. Now what is to be done with this d? If it comes 1 upon d, should be taken equivalent to integration. So no need to work out 1 upon d, simple integration by our usual integration process, it should be done. Now when we are just talking about that the trigonometric function is applicable for these four functions, sine, cosine, sine hyperbolic and cos hyperbolic, as you know, trigonometric functions may come in some combination C1. So you may talk about sine square x or cos square or product functions like sine a into cos, cos a into sine, or sine cos cos, sine sine, such combinations. So you have to use the formulae here, which you have already gone for 11th and 12th standard. So sine square is equal to 1 minus cos 2x upon 2. Cos square is 1 upon, because see, you have to convert, these squares are not allowed. You cannot say, see here, it is only a single sine function, single cos function where we are applying it, or even either here sine hyperbolic, cos hyperbolic. You don't have products, you don't have squares and anything. So the square should be converted into such format, then only we are able to apply this case. In first case, I have already told you that shortcut is a formula oriented method and applied only and only in those formats which are provided to us. We are not supposed to interfere or not supposed to make any change in that. So if you have product like this, so again for the product case is not applicable, then you know the formula, 1 upon 2 sine a minus b plus sine a plus b, then sine functions they separate, and you are able to apply the cases here. The same thing for cos or same thing for any such combination. So this is all about the theoretical part we have talked about. Now time to simplify few examples, or time to simplify few applications in these cases. So let's work out with this. So whenever, again I will, till I am rubbing the board, I will suggest all of you that whenever you are going for the simplification of the formulae, you should be in ready to serve mode, means you should know all the formulae. You are not knowing the formula and you are sitting for simplification, it is a very worst situation where you are unable to connect with whatever is to be done. So see, now we are just going to simplify, or we may say a common question, solve the following or find out the general solution of all of them. So my first example, see, d square 6d plus 9 close the bracket y is equal to cos of 3x. This is the example. Okay, so very firstly what I have to do is find out complementary function. That is a part, we are just taking revision of that. So my auxiliary equation is d square plus 6d plus 9 is equal to 0. I directly continued because it is in d format, and you may simplify it manually, as multiplication is 9, middle term is 6. Split it as 3, or you may simplify it on calc to get the answer. D is equal to minus 3, and this is repeated 2 times. Roots are real and repeated, so your YC will be in this form: C1x square plus C1x plus C2 e raised to minus 3x. This is your YC, or you may change the combination even. Now main thing is, this is revision part. Main thing what we are going for is YP. Write down the formula first. 1 upon phi d square into fx. So 1 upon. Now phi d is this part. You know it already. You have done it before. Only the case is something new for you. Okay, this is 9 and my function is this right hand side of my function. This is cos of 3x. A single function is there, so we are in position to apply the shortcut method case number 2. Now what is the coefficient of x here? See, a is 3, but whereas you can see b value is not existing. So I told you in previous remarks just now, b may come, may not come, Don't bother for that. A is more important. Rule says d square is replaced by minus of a square. Means take down first of all 3 square and give minus sign for that. So it is equivalent to minus 9. Once again I will repeat from my side, it should not be minus 3 whole square to get it positive. That will be something wrong. So now replace it here. 1 upon d square I will replace by minus 9. There is no provision to replace this d. All of you please note here. This case doesn't allow you to change simple d here. 9 will remain of course as it is, cos of 3x. And now what will happen? Plus and minus 9 they will get cancelled. It is 1 upon 6d of cos 3x. Now don't worry for this 1 upon 6. 1 upon 6 is a constant. But what is 1 upon d stands for? 1 upon d is nothing but it is integration cos 3x into dx. And then we will just continue ahead with the part. So this is equal to 1 upon 6 into, so what is integration of cos here? It is sin 3x, and again we have to divide here by the coefficient here. So finally I will get the answer as sin 3x upon 6 3s are 18. Now see, no d factor is remaining in that. So you are at the end of the answer. Yp I calculated, and our final formality GS is written as y is equal to yc plus yp, where your yc is this. You have to just place here c1x c2 e raised to minus 3x and get it connected with the positive sign. Of course you have got it here, sin 3x upon 18. So first example where I explained you the basic first of all, how d square replaces, and along with that one thing I just repeated, 1 upon d stands for integration. So every example something new you will be facing. So let's resume with the example number 2, and what is it? See now, d cube y by dx cube plus 4 dy by dx, and this is equal to, you have sin 2x. Slowly and slowly let us cover up all the things to simplify that. Okay, so here first of all I have derivatives, so you replace it. So I will just put it, d by dx is replaced by d, and what I am getting here is, this is d cube plus 4d, y is taken common here, this is equal to sin of 2x. Now my auxiliary equation is d cube plus 4d is equal to 0. Again you have choices to simplify. To get the roots, one root is d is equal to 0, and another root is, I may write it here, this is equal to plus or minus 2i. So you write it like this, 0 plus or minus 2i. This is alpha, this is beta. All of you know this is a combination of real and complex roots. So we will to make the combination in yc. So this is c1 e raised to 0x. Those who are better in calculations may write directly 1 also. Then here, what is the rule here? E raised to alpha 0x into bracket. Now c1 already used, so I will go for c2, and beta should be used in sin and cos. So cos 2x plus c3 sin 2x, and you may simplify further. E raised to 0 is nothing but it is 1. So here, what is my yc here? Yc is equal to, here it is simple c1. Now as this factor is 1, no need to place the bracket, c2 cos of 2x plus c3 sin of 2x. Yc calculated. Main thing is yp. What we are going to learn new in this yp? That is always the question you keep on asking yourself. What is something new I am just going to do in every example, or I am just going to do the same thing, go on repeating the same things again and again? I don't know what is that problem. So here this is a d cube plus 4d, this remaining the same 5d, and this is, what is our function here? Sin of 2x. Okay, now see, I have to split up this d cube here. So this is 1 upon d square can be placed, d square multiplied by d, 4d there is no provision to replace, and sin 2x of course is going to remain as it is. Now what is the rule of function? D square is replaced by 2 square, and I have to give minus sign, so it is nothing but it is minus 4. So 2 times I have given stress on this, so you will remember it for the next time. So see now what is happening, see, d square replaced by minus 4, d cannot be replaced, 4d cannot be replaced, and this is sin 2x is going to remain as it is. So what is happening now here? The denominator is becoming 0, and so I have to call it is a case of failure. All of you know it. So as this is a case of failure, I have to calculate phi dash, derivative is to be calculated. So let me calculate. Derivative should be calculated in original form only. Don't calculate it in split up form. You may confuse once again. So here it is d cube is nothing but 3d square and plus 4, and the rule is same again. See, I have got this d square. D square is replaced by the same quantity minus 4. Place it here. 3 multiplied by minus 4 plus 4. So 3 4s are 12 and plus 4. You will get the answer minus 8, which is not equal to 0. And so we are at the end. So yp is equal to 1 upon phi dash. We have to calculate. Phi dash calculated d square. Now see, you have two choices. You may keep d square like this, or if you want, you can place minus 4 even. So you decide how you want to go with. Function remaining same. Very important thing is multiply by x. This is something important for that. And so we will just, I will calculate it here only. X multiplied by 1 upon the value calculated is minus 8 sine of 2x. I have calculated the final value. So I may write it minus sign in the numerator. X multiplied by sine 2x whole divided by 8, and finally time to write gs. Y is equal to yc plus yp. So yc is the same quantity which you have written here, c. So as I don't have place here, so I will just write here yc which you have written in upside, that yc which you have written, and I will get it connected with minus here I have got, and so this is sine 2x upon 8. You may just continue here c1 plus and so on. Clear? So I have just explained how to go with case of failure in the second part. Okay? Now let's move with one more condition here, and something new what we are going to learn in this situation is rationalization, something different part other than that. So let us see. My question is this one, third example. Say it is a d square minus 2d plus 5u plus the bracket y is equal to 10 sin x. This is my next example. So what is my auxiliary equation here? It's d square minus 2d plus 5u is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation which you can simplify, and after simplification you are getting the roots of this. D is equal to 1 plus or minus 2i. This is alpha, this is beta, and my yc is nothing but e raised to alpha means e raised to x, c1 cos of beta x 2x, c2 sine of 2x. Right? This is the value. My major interest is yp to work out with 1 upon phi d square into fx. Let's go little bit faster now. So this is 1 upon, because these are the formalities, should not waste a lot of time in that. So here I have the function 10 sin x. Don't worry for this, 10 is a multiple, can be taken outside. So this is 10, 1 upon, it is a d square minus 2d plus 5u sin x. Now what is the coefficient of x here? 1. So d square is there, d square is replaced by 1 square, give minus sign for that, so it's minus 1. And so I am getting c now. This is 1 upon, d square is minus 1, minus 2d plus 5 of sin x. Okay? And so this will give me 10, 1 upon 5 minus 1, it is 4 minus 2d of sin x. Now see, very interesting situation you are facing here. D cannot be replaced, 1 upon d is not integration here, you cannot apply that also, and d cannot be replaced also. Now where such type of binomial comes, what you have to do here is rationalization of the denominator. Rationalize denominator. Okay, so how to rationalize? 10 will remain as it is, 1 upon, it is 4 minus 2d, take its conjugate, 4 plus 2d, sin x is going to remain as it is. We don't have to do anything with that. So this is 10, 1 upon, apply the formula identity a plus b, a minus b. So this is equal to 16 minus 4d square, a square minus b square sin x. Clear? And now d square can be replaced. D square is replaced by minus of 1 square. Minus of 1 square, that is nothing but it is minus 1. Okay? So if I replace, this is 10, 1 upon 16, 4 into minus 1, place the bracket, sin x. And so what I am getting is 10, 1 upon minus minus plus, so this will become 20. And then here it is sin x. You may cancel it. 1s are 2s are, so your answer is sin x. And okay. Just I have to just go here for 4 plus 2d also. I have to multiply here up also. So 4 plus 2d is remaining here. And now when I am just going for denominator, first of all denominator only is to be simplified. So this is 1 upon 2. Now this will remain here, and then 4 plus 2d will remain here, and this of course is going to act on sin x. So this is 1 upon 2, and then here you multiply. 4 multiplied by it is sin x plus 2 multiplied by. Now d of sin x means derivative of sin x, and derivative of sin we will take it as cos. 4 multiplied by sin x plus 2 multiplied by cos x. This is the complete value you are getting. So this is YP calculation completed. You may take common and do the calculations ahead if you want. So 1 upon 2 into bracket, this will be 2 sin x plus cos x. This will be the value. Okay, so when you are just doing rationalization, numerator and denominator multiplied by the same factors are there. Okay, so 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So this is 2 times sin x plus cos x. This is the value you have got, and then finally what I will get is GS y is equal to yc plus yp. So this is equal to yc is the same value which we have calculated here. See, e raised to x into bracket c1 cos 2x, c2 sin 2x, and finally yp is written here 2 times sin x plus cos x, and this is your complete value. Whenever you are doing rationalization, first of all remember denominator should be simplified first, then and then only you pay attention to the numerator. Okay, so I hope I have explained you the 3 different situations. Okay, so that's all from this section. Thank you all of you, and take good care of yourself.